temporary driver's license, travel insurance, credit card fees, international visa on arrival, roaming, Wi-Fi, excursion. Oh my goodness, all these extra charges. Traveling is a scam. Nobody told me. I am upset. I'm done. Alright, so the truth of the matter is everybody see all those beautiful vacation pictures, the sightseeing, historical buildings, the beaches, all the cocktails, the beautiful dishes. You know, everybody's rooming and mingling and partying and everybody's happy. But some people do get back home with a big credit card bill and a lot of expenses that they did not budget for. So let me just say this, your vacation doesn't have to be a nightmare if you understand what all the hidden expenses are and you over budget for your trip. Then you will not have any of these issues. We love to see them pina coladas. We love to see those beautiful pictures, those sightseeing, every single thing that people post while they're on vacation. We're here for it. However, we don't want that dream vacation to turn into a nightmare. So these are going to be some amazing tips that you definitely need before you book that flight. And don't forget to get my ebook. It's going to be in the description before you book your flight. All right, so some of the expenses that people come back home with is foreign transaction expenses. Like if you are home and you go to the ATM, it might cost you $2, $3, $4 to get money from the ATM. However, once you get outside of that country and you have to use international ATMs, the fees can go up to even $8, $10, $12, $20. You just never know. Another common expense is emergency medical expense. That's why it's very, very, very important for you guys to always have travel insurance once you decide to do any kind of international trip, because your insurance where you live is not going to cover you internationally. One other thing I love about being Jamaican, where we need visas for everywhere, it kind of gives me that heads up, because a lot of people, unbeknownst to them, they didn't know that even some of these stuff exist. However, being a Jamaican, whenever I apply for any kind of visa, most of the time, some of the requirement in order for me to get that visa is to have medical travel insurance. So that is very, very important. Another cost that will put you in a little bit of expense while you're traveling is loss of luggage. A lot of people do not insure their suitcase. They do not insure their luggage, which means if the airline have to leave your luggage or your luggage is lost for whatever reason, you have no other outfit. Again, make sure to download my ebook before you book your flight. There's so much hacks into that where you can even avoid situation like that too. It's going to be in the description. So guys, very, very important. Some of these are things that will add to your trip and make your trip a vacation nightmare. So you want to definitely avoid these at all costs. So make sure to put in your budget every single thing, everything that can go wrong. So when they don't go wrong, you have all that extra money that you didn't spend, that you didn't use. You're probably wondering, how can I avoid some of these? How can I avoid the ATM cost, the transaction cost? Now, for me, when I was in Costa Rica, what stood out to me in Costa Rica was that the transaction fee was way higher and there was all these extra fees. Not only that, when I was in Ghana, I realized the transaction fee had a lot of packed. Once I used my credit card, there was just so much fee. They had COVID fee. I'm like, COVID done and gone a long time. Well, I'm not charging for COVID. I don't hear about that. So in all honesty, there are certain countries that is going to pack your bill. So if you want to avoid that, you can always travel with cash. Also, don't forget, whenever you're traveling to any country, research the do's and don'ts. You cannot travel with any more than $10,000 US. Always make sure to travel with under $9,000. You know, $9,000 under, in case they ask you if you have any cash traveling with, you can say yes. If they ask you how much, you tell them. I traveled with cash when I was doing Europe because I was always big on not having a credit card until, you know, moving to the US, I understand how important credit cards are. So I was over there paying for all my flights. So that's why it's important for you guys to get on my webinar too. I'm going to teach you guys so much. Not only using credit card, but just a lot. How I now travel for free, understanding the system. So with that being said, that's going to be an amazing way for you to minimize any extra expenses while you are traveling. One of the things that I love about traveling is that you meet so much people along the way. Especially when you solo travel like myself, you meet a lot of people along the way and there's a lot of discussion and you learn from a lot of people. One of the nightmares that I heard was a friend of someone that I met had to end up going home because they had a really bad accident and they couldn't afford the medical bill. They decided that they had to go home. Imagine cutting your trip short, having to pay for another ticket because a lot of people, again, don't insure their flights. If you decide to go back home outside of the time frame that that ticket is booked, probably if you had insurance, you're going to pay a little bit. If you don't have insurance, you have to buy a whole new ticket like myself. That's a whole different story. When I was going to Dubai and my visa and all that shebang at the airport, I ended up having to buy a brand new ticket. So things like that happen. Again, vacation nightmares. So I don't want you to end up in none of those stories. Please make sure to share your vacation nightmare. Share somebody else's nightmare in the comment section so we can all learn what to do and what not to do to make our vacation a fun-filled one. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you so much for chilling with me and staying all the way to the end. I hope you learned something. If you made it to the end, comment "Let's travel" in the comment section so I know you made it all the way to the end. Thank you for keeping my company. Please don't be stingy. Please don't be mean. And please don't be selfish. Share this video. There's somebody that you know that needs this information. My ebook, Before You Book Your Flight, is available on Amazon in the description below. So make sure to check it out. It will definitely help you. You can help me by sharing this video. Thank you so much for watching. I have a webinar that will be amazing. I have so much gems I'm going to drop in that webinar. You better come with your notebook and you better come with your pen because there's so much to pick up. It's your girl Tees. I've done 70 countries and I've made a lot of mistakes along the way. So guess what? My mistakes are going to be your beefsteaks because you're not going to make those mistakes. So take it from me, your girl that has been to over 70 countries, traveled so many times. I got you. I got your back. Thank you for keeping my company. Do not forget to subscribe. Do not forget to share. And don't forget to save this to your favorites so you can come back and watch it again. My itinerary for Europe, 15 countries in Europe, 6 weeks, is going to be available. My itinerary for Dubai is going to be available. How I travel on a budget and not break my bank. You want to know all the ins and ropes, right? Subscribe and I'll see you next time. Watch the next video. It's coming up. Mwah.